shots if they're going to get back in this contest, and it's starting to look pretty slim. Williams has it at the top of the key, being guarded by Robertson. Bounce pass on the block for Malloy. Now it's going to be stolen away by Sykes. Sykes steals it away for the Eagles. He looks to push. Now he'll get it back to Robertson. Thought about the three-pointer. Now he'll take a three-pointer. Off the rim, no good. Rebound's going to be taken by Utz. Utz with the rebound. The Eagles just don't have it in this second half. They came out firing in the second half, but since then they really went cold, and that's what it's been so far. In America, they haven't been able to stop them on the offensive end. They've used the three-pointer to their advantage and have really been able to, distance this game with the use of the three-pointer.
Well, in the first half, the running Eagles went almost 9 minutes without scoring. They excuse me again. They seemingly overcame that early in the second half. But, once again, the running Eagles, they've scored some points, but they haven't scored a whole lot of points here in the last few minutes of the game. Just a couple of cold spells, we talked about it at halftime. They have to be more consistent on the offensive end. Just they've lacked consistency on the defensive end and the offensive end tonight. Just maybe the biggest reason why they've lost tonight is inconsistency.
One thing we also said, Scott, earlier is it sure doesn't get easier for either of the women's or the men's basketball teams, because they had to go Saturday to William Jewell. And excuse me, before tonight's contest, the William Jewell's ladies team was 15-10 overall and 10-6 in the Heart of America Conference, and the guys team was 16-10 overall and 11-5 in the Heart of America Conference.
William Jewell is a really tough place to play up in Liberty, Missouri. It's one of the harder places to play in the conference. And, just a quick look at the rest of the schedule. Next Thursday, both teams play Lindenwood, and then they close out the regular season at Baker. So, they have three, as Eric Kleffner hits a three-pointer there for his first points of the game. The last three games are all tough conference games. Hopefully tonight, they'll just learn a few things and be able to pick it up next time on Saturday.
The one kind of other disappointing thing about this is both teams coming into tonight were in sole possession of 6th place in the women's and men's standings, and the top 6 seeds get a host of first-round games. So you're getting to the point in the season where it's really crucial. You need to win all your conference games, so when you come to the tournament, you can host one of those games.
That's right. I guess we're going to go ahead and assume that Central Methodist isn't going to win tonight, so that will drop their overall seasonal record in conference to 9-8, which puts them just a half a game ahead of Benedictine, who is playing tonight. They're at Lindenwood. Benedictine holds a tiebreaker against us if we're tied. They beat us twice. So, nothing's really for sure right now as far as where we finish in the conference. The girls, they might have a little easier road to hosting a game, but, both sides, it doesn't get much easier. I believe the girls have 4 games left, including 1 non-conference game. The guys have 3 conference games. So this last week to 10 days of the season is going to be real tough. It's going to be gut check time for sure.
We took a moment, Scott, before the contest when you and I were sitting down and looking at the national basketball poll. 3 Heart of America Conference teams in the top 25. That just shows you how tough the conference really is.
That's right. I believe Evangel is number 4. Is that correct? Or they're in the top 5. They're number 5. So, it shows you what kind of... Oh, yes, we have it right here. They're number 5. So it shows you what kind of conference we have. Earlier in the season, we were ranked. Certainly some other teams are playing pretty well. Culver Stockton is certainly a team that is one of the better teams in the country. So, we've said it before, and, I'll say it anytime. I think this is the best conference in the NAI. I think it's the toughest, most competitive top to bottom. It just, having 3 teams in the top 24 in the nation, it's a real testament to how tough the conference is. Anybody can beat anybody on any given night. Tonight, we just didn't have it. We weren't able to pull off the upset against Mid-American Nazarene.
81-68, 107 left in this contest. Pioneers inbound the ball. Keeley has it. He's going to throw it across the court, but he's going to be fouled by Tao. So Tao with a foul. That'll be his 3rd foul. That will send Keel to the line to shoot a 1-on-1 situation, as that's a 7th foul by the Eagles. Well, Scott, like we said, we mentioned this in one of our last telecasts with the baseball season and softball season both on the horizon. Both teams coming off of fine campaigns last season. They hope to improve and really make another run at the playoffs this year.
That's right. I believe the guys baseball team finished second in the conference last year. They made to the postseason for the first time in quite a while. The girls softball team, I don't know a whole lot about them. I know they have a lot of experienced seniors this year, so they're going to have a pretty experienced team coming back. So yeah, baseball, they're in preseason right now, which should be starting here in the next couple weeks. I think the seasonal outlooks on both those squads is pretty promising.
Let's not forget as we talked a little bit about, the postseason conference tournament, which starts February 19th for the women and February 20th for the men. Like we said, the first games that are played will be seeds 6 through 11, with 6, 7, and 8 hosting games. So let's just hope that the Eagles can really come in here and be able to secure a playoff berth and be able to host a playoff game. So with the end of the season winding down.
That's right. As we just see Eric Kleffner hitting another three-pointer there, that gives him, I believe, 6 points for the game. Or maybe they just called it a two-pointer now. It's a tough break tonight for the running Eagles. They're gonna lose by double digits, but I don't really think they're down by 13 right now. I don't really think that does justice to how the game was played. The running Eagles were in it for the whole first half and for a lot of the second half. They just had 2 cold stretches. I'll just take an estimate. They probably went 15, 16 minutes the whole game not scoring. To be a team with the offensive capabilities of Mid-America Nazarene, you're going to have to do better than that. We said at the beginning of the game it's going to take about 90 to 95 points to win this game. It looks like Mid-America Nazarene will be close to that, but we thought it was going to take about 90 points to beat this team, and they showed why they're one of the best shooting teams, not only in the conference, but they're one of the most high-scoring teams in America right now, and they're a tough team to beat. And unfortunately, tonight we just weren't able to pull off the win.
Scanlon has it back to Tao. He has it at the top of the key. He'll take a three-pointer, and it's partially blocked away. So it does look like the Eagles will fall in this contest tonight. Now the Pioneers, they'll back it out. Pioneers come into Puckett tonight and take a double sweep away from the Eagles. The women's team winning 73 to 68, and now the guys team winning 85 to 70 with 3, 2, 1, and that'll do it. So with the final being Mid-America Nazarene 85, the Central Methodist College Eagles 70. Mid-America improves to 12-5 in the Heart of America Conference, and they get their 20th win overall. They go to 20-8 on the season. Central Methodist falls to 17-12 overall and 9-8 in the Heart of America Conference. Again, we'll be in action Saturday at William Jewell. That for sure will be a tough contest.
That's right. Both contests should be pretty tough. The Jewell girls, like you were talking about earlier, they're in a tie for 3rd place in the conference. They're only about a half game out of 2nd place, and they might be too late for them to catch Evangel, but they're certainly one of the top 3 teams in the conference. And on the guys' side, Jewell's in 2nd place. They're a couple games behind 1st place Evangel. So both Jewell guys and girls teams are in the top 2 or 3 teams in the conference. Like we said, it's a tough place to win in Liberty. Hopefully the Running Eagles will be up for the challenge on Saturday night.
And Mid-America they'll go back to Kansas and they'll host Avila on Saturday also. Well, in the first contest, Mid-America came in and beat the Lady Eagles 73 to 68, and the Mid-America improves to 12-13 overall, 8-9 in the Heart of America Conference. The Lady Eagles fall to 12-13 overall and 9-8 in the Heart of America Conference. And in the nightcap, the Pioneers also win that game 85 to 70 over the Running Eagles. The Running Eagles were led by senior Ryan Robertson with 19. Jason Kester had 16. Sykes had 14. And after that, there wasn't much. Kleffner had 9 off the bench late. Wells had 6. Ratcliffe had 4. Tao had 3. And for the Pioneers, they were led by their leading scorer on the season, Dan Fleming. They just couldn't stop him from behind the arc. He had 25 points. Malloy had 16. Utz had 16. Williams had